Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Starting Five. I'm Tim Koelble of the Herald-Mail sports staff. With us today is a venerable man from the coaching ranks, retired. Let's say hello to Cokey Robertson. Cokey, how's it going these days? Retired days since 2008.
Well, it's semi-retired. Basketball's still in my blood, still doing a lot with the game, and it can't get out, never gets out of you.
Always will be. Let's touch on some basketball numbers first before we get into what you're really doing these days. A career mark at St. Maria Goretti of 600 and 98 wins and 449 defeats overall, which includes your time at Thomas Johnson, 780 victories and 506 losses. A record that not many coaches, not just in Maryland, but around the country have, and those are certainly numbers that you're proud of.
Yeah, I wish I didn't see that 508 losses up there either. There was a lot of those, but it's a lot of time, a lot of games, a lot of trips, a lot of fun.
I still remember, I believe it was March 1st in 2008, that last home game against Bishop Walsh, when the buzzer went and you took that walk around what is now Cokey's Court at the Gale Center. Obviously, it's still got to be in your mind.
Very emotional, and it was very fortunate. My grandson was involved with that team that year, so it was a special way to go out.
Mm-hmm. One of the landmarks along the way, and I remember this very well because I was there covering it that day, was the number 700 down at Calvert Hall. It was a Super Bowl Sunday, and you managed to get the victory with some free throws from Derek Davis and 2 seconds left in the game, I believe.
You're correct. It was. We always enjoyed beating Calvert Hall. Calvert Hall was a big name in the Catholic League when we joined. Had an elite program. We're nationally ranked, and when we first come in. Fortunately, we did very well against Calvert Hall. We always enjoyed beating them, particularly down there. They put you down to dress in a basement.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it might as well have been in a dungeon.
We went 2 or 3 floors down.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
And you're about half wore up before you get up on the court. But we always played well there. There's something about going to Baltimore.
Well, there were a lot of years along the way that you played well against a lot of teams.
Yeah,
and I remember 31-6, I think, was if I'm not mistaken, was your greatest single season record.
I can't answer that.
31-6.
I bet I know what year it was. It had to be the 86-87 season.
That's probably right. One of the reasons we've got Cokey here with us too is also to talk about how he has remained in basketball actively, and it's the Summer League basketball sessions that are going on at Goretti. Actually, as we speak right now, there are some games going on because your playoff schedule is going to be set tonight for the games next week. Now, how long have you been involved with the Summer League?
Well, I go back probably when the county rec started they had these sites around the county for the kids to come in and play all activities. I remember Doug Cochran and Dave Barr were sort of in charge of this, and I talked them into letting us have a little basketball session at Goretti. Well, the coaches couldn't coach their teams at that time. So there were 4 of us that would coach, 2 would coach, 2 would referee. And then we switched the next game. So we did that for a couple of years, and then eventually the league moved to the college and was there a few years, and then some of the coaches got together and thought that maybe we could do one of our own and just be very selective of the kind of teams we pick. So a couple of the Pennsylvania guys and myself got together, Kevin Murphy, who was there in Williamsport then, and we put together what we now have the Mason-Dixon Summer Basketball League.
Right. Again, a lot of players, it's not mandatory that players on high school teams participate in these summer league games, but it sure can be important for them to play.
Yes, I'm sure the coaches highly encourage it. I know when I was at Goretti, if they weren't playing baseball, which is baseball season, they should play baseball, but if they weren't playing baseball, then I wanted them to be at their basketball games. And I'm sure there's many coaches like that yet that want their kids active today. It's a 365-day sport anymore.
Yes, it is. Are any stars born during the summer?
That's when players are made. I've seen 2 excellent players this summer. Oakdale has 2 very fine basketball players. There's a guard and like a 6'5" swingman that are very good. They're going to have a very good basketball team.
And
this year.
Greencastle has a nice young player.
They have a nice young player in Zola.
Zola.
Yes, he's a nice player. Gettysburg has a very fine player I've seen, but he is an outstanding soccer player.
I see.
He's a world-class soccer player, so he'll probably go play soccer.
And what about Grady? You've got Harris Wynn and Amika Akaya that are playing.
Right, they have 3 or 4 players that have college
Right.
potential.
Well, we know the one big guy is not playing right now because
Right.
he's in another world playing in world games.
And doing well.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard he's doing well.
We're talking of talking about Martin Gevin. It's not that you just go and open up the doors every night at the Gale Center. I mean, you've got help doing this with other people that are involved too.
Yes, it's too much to do by yourself anymore because you got to make sure you have officials.
Sure.
You got to have clock management, gate management, and
not only that too, but you've got junior varsity going.
yes, this year we have a
First
full
year?
scale. No, it's the second.
Second
We're
year for the
part-time. We
junior.
had 4 teams last year. We have 8 this year. So we have a JV program. They'll start their playoffs Monday as well.
So, what do you get? What do they get? They win the championship. What do they get from you? They get anything?
Pat on the back
Pat on the
and
back, way to go.
know their job well done. I might give them a soda or a pack of crackers. But,
There you go.
you
How about some free golf balls from Cokey's bag of hunted down?
I could find a few of those, I'm sure.
A few of them, just a few. And speaking of golf, how's the game?
My game's got a little better here. It was horrible this spring. I couldn't break 90 to save my life.
You haven't been able to beat up on me this year yet.
No, I'd like to get you out there now because I'm starting to play a little better.
Yeah? Oh, you're playing better?
Playing
so
better.
that means that how many strokes would I have to give you now?
I'd play it head up.
Head up, I'd be glad to take some from you because I haven't played a whole heck of a much.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. Summer League basketball. Cokey Robertson's been our guest. And when we come back, we'll have another starting 5. Dirk Schultz will join us. So stay tuned for that.